Switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My eyes done seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real wealth is being real with self. My eyes done seen the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help.
Money, money, money. That's all he talks
There's
about.
nothing wrong with being wealthy. Like Kanye West says, having money is not everything, but not having it is. No, Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us the ability to create wealth.
Money is the root to all.
No, it's the love of money that's the root of all evil.
I like money. Oh, kid.
Yes, I do think about other things than money. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for my family. Money's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. And now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Mr. H. Cortez. Good morning, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning Live with your main man, H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, right? When I do my very best to bring practical, proven wealth building strategies to working men and women all over this great nation of ours. It is truly an honor, privilege, and a blessing to be coming to you live and direct from the Black Wealth Movement Studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. Guys, if you are not down with the Black Wealth Movement, you are missing an opportunity to literally transform your family's financial situations, not just for your immediate family now, but for generations to come, man. If you understand anything about building a legacy and creating multi-generational wealth, then the Black Wealth Movement is where it's at, man. We teach you how to build wealth from scratch, how to take everything that you are and transform everything that you are into revenue streams. Not income streams, but revenue streams. What's the difference between income and revenue? Income is the money that you make off your labor. Revenue, on the other hand, is money that you make from leveraging. Revenue is money that you make from leveraging. Leveraging what? You can leverage a business. You can leverage technology. You can leverage the knowledge and the know-how that you have. So we teach you in the Black Wealth Movement how to leverage everything that you are to create multiple streams of revenue, right? Mainly entrepreneurship, tax minimization, debt elimination, credit education, and asset accumulation, the 5 core wealth building pillars that all wealthy people stand on to build their wealth. Yes, we teach those. We give you a system. We give you the tools and the resources that you need to take your finances to another level. If you want to know more about that, go to blackwealthmovement2017.com and then follow up with me via inbox, or you can text Black Wealth Movement to 314-874-6887. Somebody please throw that in the chat for me. Text 314-874-6887. If you text me the keyword phrase Black Wealth Movement, I'll get you some additional information on how that all works. Secondly, before we move on, let me make this announcement. For those of you who've been wondering why or how we've been exploding the movement and how I've been able to build my brand over the last couple years, I have a free webinar that's going down this Friday, and I'm going to tell you and explain to you and show you and demonstrate the 3 free tools that I use to build my brand. 3 free tools I use daily to generate hundreds of leads, dozens of signups per week in my primary business, and explode my brand all over the internet. If you don't believe that my brand is all over the place, go Google Financial Health Mentor. Google Financial Health Mentor, and you'll see stuff from all over the place. And I'm going to show you with this free webinar how to use 3 free tools, because sometimes you don't have the money that you need to grow your brand, but you have the time. Well, if you got time and no money, I'm going to show you how to use 3 free tools. If you have money and no time, then I'll show you a little bit about how to use paid tools, but that's a separate webinar. So go to freewebinar.financialhealthmentor.com. freewebinar.financialhealthmentor.com. Really quickly, if you're checking this out on Periscope, go ahead and share the stream. Invite your followers. If you're checking this out on YouTube, hit the subscribe button if you have not already subscribed to the channel. And then those of you who are on Facebook, go ahead and do the same thing. Share now. And then remind me to have those who come on a little bit later in the show to share about midway through the show as well, because we got to get people involved in good, positive information, man. I like to start my day with this. As I tell you all the time, you guys, I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to myself. You guys just get to be a witness. You guys hear me talking to myself out loud. So a lot of these topics and these things that I cover, I'm covering for myself first and foremost, as I'm trying to retrain myself to do a lot of these things that you guys get to bear witness to me taking out loud. Really quickly, I have to give this announcement as well. You guys may have saw the promotion that I put out last night. I had a special guest lined up for today. The alphabet man, Mr. Bob Crane, was going to be on the show. A cool brother who really knows this stuff when it comes to investing and building assets, that asset accumulation piece. We lean on folks like Bob to really help us understand how to accumulate assets once we free up the cash flow to do so. He ran into some challenges this morning, or actually late last night. I talked to him and he said he had to be rushed to the emergency room, but he's doing fine. I did talk to him this morning, and we're going to get him on the show another time. So some of you guys may be here because you were expecting to hear from Bob, and I apologize that we couldn't get him on this morning because of an emergency health challenge, but he said he's fine. Everything is good, but he was in a lot of pain, so he had to go get himself checked out, and he's going to get that squared away, and maybe we'll get him on the schedule for next week. So really quickly, for those who are new, I'd like to let you know exactly who the show is for. This show is for risers and grinders only, man. If you're ready to get up, get out, and get something, then this is your show. This show is for legacy builders. If you understand the word sacrifice, and you're willing to make some tough sacrifices today so your children do not have to, then this show is for you. If you understand like me, before I lay down to sleep, I'm thinking, what can I do tomorrow, the next day, the day after that, the next month, the next year, to make sure my children's children are proud to bear my last name? If that is you, then this is your show. On the other hand, who is the show not for? The show is not for that perpetual or the eternal pessimist, right? If you're the type of person that's got a problem for every solution, this ain't your show. If you are the type of problem that literally, or a type of person that literally has a problem with money, you think money is evil, capitalism is a dirty word, you think wealthy people are snobs, then I'm going to invite you to get off my stream. Exit stage left behind, as my man Robert would say, because when you have that kind of relationship with money, chances are you're repelling money away from you versus attracting it to you. So there's a big difference. So put money in its proper perspective. You don't make it your God. You don't put it above everything else, but you put it in its proper perspective, give it the respect that it's due, and chances are you can attract money to you instead of repelling it away from you. And like I tell you each and every morning, I don't have a problem with you not wanting to be wealthy. I only have a problem with you when you have a problem with me wanting to be wealthy. Don't let my aspirations rub you the wrong way. If you've never seen a future billionaire before, yes, that's a billion with a B, 2027 is going down. I want you to take a screenshot, and watch me work because it's going down. Today we're talking about investing. Are you really afraid of investing, or are you just making excuses? Are you really afraid of investing or just making excuses? I think it's the latter, right? I think you're just making excuses. I think people who are not investing are just making excuses. I don't think they're afraid, because what we know about fear is this. There's one way to get over or minimize fear of anything. And what is that? It's through education. There's one way to overcome fear of just about anything, and that is to learn yourself about that particular thing that you are afraid of. So if you're telling me that you are afraid of investing and you never attempt to learn how investing can benefit you, then you're not afraid at all. You're just making excuses. Because we know that when you learn something, most people are afraid of that which they don't know. And if you take the time to learn about investing and you realize the benefits of, we're going to talk about 10 reasons you should be investing. 10 reasons you should be investing. Right? But I want to just bust your bubble a little bit for those who are on the stream. You're not investing in anything. We'll talk a little bit about some different types of investing because the stock market isn't the only place you can invest in, right? But when we talk about investing, a lot of people are thinking about the stock market and they're thinking about, I'm afraid to invest, right? And I want to challenge you that you're not afraid to invest. You're making excuses not to invest. Because how many of you have ever, because one of the things that people say when it comes to fear, the stock market is risky. It's risky, right? I could put money out and I could lose my money. I want you to put the word money in the chat if you have ever put money in a place, anywhere, and have never gotten it back and never got anything for it, right? I want you to put money in the chat. If you have ever put money anywhere, if you're on Periscope, put money in the chat. If you have ever put money anywhere and never got anything back and never saw it again, right? Right? Sometimes the hands of my family, I put money in, right? I never get anything for it, and I never see that money again. And some people are saying that they won't put money into the stock market or they won't invest in anything because it's risky. They're scared that it won't come back. They're scared that they will lose money. Guys, we put money in far worse places than the stock market. And in most cases, they're not even the potential of getting money back. I give money to certain family members. I know for a fact I'm not going to see that money ever again. And I'm not getting anything in return for that money either. I know this for a fact, but I still will bless them from time to time. And you telling me that at least if I put money into an investment, there is at least the potential of me getting my money back and a little bit of profit. There is at least the potential, right? We've put money in far worse places than investments and gotten nothing in return and never saw that money again. So I would say this: if you're claiming that you are afraid to invest, you just making excuses, man. It's 2017. You just making excuses, right? Stock market has created more multi-millionaires than any other industry, except probably real estate. We're talking about lifelong, and we're not just talking about a certain period of time. You can look at Silicon Valley and you can say in the last 30 years, Silicon Valley has created more multimillionaires than any other industry. But if you use the entirety of history, real estate and capital gains have been the two things that have created the most wealth in this country. Real estate and capital gains have been the two things that have created the most wealth in this country. And some of you guys are saying, I'm scared to invest in real estate. You're not scared to invest. You're making excuses. Because what do you have to do to overcome the fear of investing in real estate? You have to learn about real estate investing, real estate deals, the real estate market. Once you learn, you minimize the fear, you minimize the risk. The risks are more calculated, and then you can increase your chance for investment. Success. Right? So we're going to talk about 10 reasons you should be investing. I'm going to go from 10 up to 1. Number 10, because when you invest, you can start building capital to fund new ventures. Now, my honey back there, she's still resting, but she's getting ready to get up and go to work. She works for Wells Fargo. And she gets to see firsthand what real wealth is like. She gets to see firsthand what real wealth is like. Because she talks to individuals who will call in and say, you know what? I'd like for you to transfer 600,000 over into this account. I'm going to buy my grandchildren a house today. Huh? What? Wait a minute. She regularly talks to people who call in and say, hey, honey, sugar, because some of these are older people, right? Hey, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to transfer $200,000 into my regular checking account because I'm going to write a check for my son's college tuition today. Huh? What? Wait, what? And what's funny is when they do that, they are technically borrowing their own money. Because when they make that transfer like that, they actually have to pay that back to themselves. Hey, I want you to transfer $40,000. I'm going to give my daughter a graduation present. She likes this little Camaro. That's real wealth, y'all. How many of you guys would like to be in position to borrow $600,000 from your damn self? This is what we're talking about. And this is what investing can do long term, right? So number 10 is you can fund new ventures, right? How many of you guys would like to be in position to say, Jay Morrison over with the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, right? Hey Jay, I see that you have a new project and this project is going to cost $7 million. I got $2 million to invest into the project. I'm gonna call H. Cortez's wife and tell her, can you transfer, sugar, can you transfer $2 million over into my regular checking account? I'm gonna fund Jay Morrison's Tulsa Real Estate Fund. Right? So you get to fund new ventures. There's a lot of things going out. My man Evan Jefferson is really involved with Teshua Water, right? That is a black-owned alkaline water company. How would you like to be able to call the place who owns or sits on your stocks and are managing your money and say, hey, can you transfer $500,000 over to my account? I'd like to be able to write a check to the Teshua Water Company. I'm going to own a piece of that company. You can fund new ventures when you're investing your money and you're allowing your money to grow to that place, right? So number 10, position yourself to fund new ventures, right? I mean, I'm talking about when you can become a part of a new company like the Teshua Water Company, right, for instance, and you become a shareholder in that company, and you got $100,000 to help them grow and develop. When that company, if they ever position themselves to turn public, and they go through the initial offering and then the pre-IPO and the IPO phases, that $100,000 of yours could literally turn into millions. That's how investments work. But maybe you don't have $100,000 to invest right now, but maybe you got an extra $50 a month that you could be putting somewhere that could grow to that type of investment level in the next 30 years. And guess what? There's deals like this that show up all the time. You realize guys who own less than 1% of Facebook is worth $600-700 million today? They own less than 1% of Facebook and they're worth hundreds of millions. Why? Because they were able to help fund a new venture. Do you want to position yourself to be able to fund new ventures? Appreciate the hearts on Periscope, guys. Appreciate that. Guys, Facebook, if you're just tuning into the show, we're talking about are you really afraid to invest? Or are you just making excuses? Go ahead and share the stream for me if you haven't already shared it. Number 9, reduce taxable income. Number 9, reduce taxable income. Let me tell you something about wealthy folks, man. Do you know at the end of the year or at the end of the lifespan of a wealthy person, they literally gift hundreds of thousands of dollars? When wealthy folks come down to the home stretch and they know that they could be gone any moment now, they literally gift hundreds of thousands of dollars to reduce their taxable income, to shrink their estate so that they pay less taxes to Uncle Sam. Come on now, I like to try to give you the game, man, so you can know how to play this thing to win. The problem with black people in America is nobody has been giving us the game. I'm giving you guys a game today. Wealthy people literally gift hundreds of thousands of dollars to shrink their estate because they would rather give it to their grandchildren than give it to Uncle Sam. Literally. I'm not talking about, I'm talking literally gift. There's in the tax code, you can gift X amount of dollars in X amount of time, and you can reduce your taxable income. So they might have 30 grandchildren and they give all 30 of them $10,000 as a gift, as a one-time gift. That $300,000 that they just gave allows them to reduce their taxable income, shrink their estate, so that they don't pay exorbitant amount of probate taxes and all that kind of stuff. See, we're going to give you the game. Yeah, they do it through trust. And even outside of the trust, just regular gifts. Just regular gifts. But yeah, they do it through trust. They take advantage of all of the systems that are available to them. Are you taking advantage of all of the systems that are available to you to help you build wealth today? The tax code is the #1 wealth building tool in the entire world. But most black people don't understand it and see it as a tax code. They see it as a burden, right? See, poor people complain about Uncle Sam. Wealthy people put Uncle Sam to work for them. I'm gonna run that back. Poor people complain about Uncle Sam. Wealthy people put Uncle Sam to work for them. They partner with Uncle Sam. Huge, huge, huge difference. The Black Wealth Movement, we teach you how to partner with Uncle Sam, minimize your taxes so that money that would otherwise be going to Uncle Sam, you can use it for strategic wealth planning. You use it for strategic wealth planning, and we teach you how to do that as well. So, reduce your taxable income through investing, right? So if I put $5,500 into an IRA, then when I go to file my taxes, my tax accountant is going to ask me, do I have any investments? I'm going to say, yeah, I got $5,500 in the IRA. Where did you get that $5,500 from? It came from my job. Oh, so we're going to reduce the amount of income that you can be taxed on and claim your $5,500 in your IRA, and we see that money went to an investment that is a tax deferred investment, so that it will allow you to minimize your taxable income. Are you using the tools at your discretion today to build real wealth, or are you making excuses? Are you making excuses? Number 8, reduce taxable income. Right? How about number 9 was reduce taxable income. I'm sorry. Number 9 was reduce taxable income. Number 8 is you grow your wealth to be able to support worthy causes. Support worthy causes. right? Some of those women or men who call my wife on the job, hey, hon, sugar, can you transfer $50,000 to my regular checking account? I want to write a check to the MERS Goodwill, right? I want to write a check to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Can you transfer $75,000? I'm going to donate to the Trump campaign. See, investing allows you to grow your money like that so that you can do whatever the heck you want to do with it. It's your money. It's your money. You can grow your wealth to support worthy causes. Grow your wealth to support worthy causes. Number 8. Number 7. Raise capital to start a business. Raise capital to start a business. Huh, sugar, can you transfer $250,000? I'm going to provide my grandson the front money to start his restaurant. Sugar, can you transfer $500,000 into my regular checking account? I'm going to use that money to set up a nail salon franchise. Can you transfer $750,000? I'm going to use that money and I'm going to buy me a Starbucks and a Subway franchise for my grandbabies. Huh? We sometimes can't even see, our vision hasn't even been expanded to that level yet. I'm going to borrow $700,000 of my own money and I'm going to buy a Dunkin' Donuts franchise for one of my grandbabies, a Subway franchise for the other, and a Starbucks franchise for the other. We can't even begin to fathom some of the stuff that you can do with real wealth. I'm going to borrow $750,000 of my own money. And for Christmas, I'm going to give my grandkids a Subway franchise. For Christmas, I ain't giving my grandkids no Xbox. I'm going to give them a Dunkin' Donuts franchise. For Christmas, I'm going to buy my kids a Little Caesars franchise. Because I understand the power of assets. We don't understand what real wealth can really do sometimes. If we understood it, I wouldn't get so much flack about, man, you got people chasing money. If I could show y'all some of the stuff that people comment on my fan page as I'm trying to get our people to build wealth, it is absolutely asinine that we are in a position right now that one of the resources that we need the most, we are scared to go out and get. We make all the excuses in the world for not being wealthy. I had a guy tell me that my program is wrong because it's teaching people to go after wealth. You got people chasing money. Now, the same guy who's telling me that I got people chasing money, he owns a bar. He owns an asset that he's leveraging so he doesn't have to work. His asset brings him money, but he's telling me I shouldn't be teaching people how to minimize their taxes, eliminate their debt, fix their credit, and free up the money that they need to start investing so they can buy some assets that will pay them so they can free up their time like he's freed up his time. But he's telling me I'm wrong for teaching people about money. and what. Hey guys, real quick, I promise I won't take you long to get you back to the show, but I just want you to know that I have a free copy for you of Monetize My Life, my way of saying thank you for supporting me and following this show and all the words of encouragement. So I want to give back to you a free download of Monetize My Life, because my mission in life is to empower people economically through entrepreneurship. So I wrote this little book to help you understand how to take the gifts, talents, and special abilities that God has blessed you with and turn them into profitable enterprises. So go over to financialhealthmentor.com/downloads and you can download this book for free, and hopefully it will help you uncover your passion, which will lead you to your purpose. And where your purpose is, there is your vision and also your provision. So thanks so much for all the support. Now let's get back to the show. You should be teaching people about how to get happiness and all of that kind of stuff. Jigga, you happy because you got an asset that's paying you so that you don't have to work. That freed up a lot of stress in your life, and that created some happiness. But you're going to tell me, don't teach people to do the very thing that you've done that caused the happiness in your life. Yeah, people are funny. And that's been part of our problem. Is here's a brother who has made to a certain level of success. And not only is he not teaching anybody how to do what he's done, he's trying to tell others not to teach nobody else. Dude, are you crazy? But that's the mindset and the mentality that we have. You own a bar, restaurant, bar, and grill that you use to generate your money and to create wealth, but you're telling me not to help other people do the same thing. Man, it's ridiculous, man. And we know tons of wealthy black people, right? And they are not teaching others how they got their wealth. That's why I'm here. That's why I've been commissioned, right? That's why this mission has fallen into my lap, because I am a natural giver. I have a giving spirit. So I'm going to teach you guys how to do this stuff, whether you pay me or not, whether you join the black wealth movement or not, whether you hire me as your financial coach or not, because I understand the laws of reciprocity. I understand the laws of sowing and reaping. I understand that, you know, when I'm dead and gone, just because I've poured into so many people with knowledge and good intention are going to continue to pour into the lives of my descendants forever, because I understand the laws of sowing and reaping. I understand the laws of sowing and reaping. I'm sowing seeds. I'm scattering seeds. And the word tells me that I will reap where I have not sown, because I have sown so much. So you gotta understand that. So yeah, I wanting to share some of that stuff, man. But you know, I'm not that type of guy. But I get some of the most outlandish comments about, you know, me teaching wealth building principles and strategies, and the very people who are saying, man, money ain't everything, but you get in their way while they late for work and they'll run you over. But they talking about money ain't everything. Get in their way while they running 2 minutes late from work and they'll run you over. But money ain't everything. But you 2 minutes late and could potentially lose your job, and you'll kill somebody on your way to work because you're 2 minutes late. But money ain't everything. The heck out of here with that, man. I'm sorry, y'all. We done got all off track, man. I done got a little riled up this morning. I'm sorry. So where were we at? Number 7. So you can raise the capital that you need to start your own business, right? We are in a position where we need to be building businesses. And the number one thing that we like to complain about is the banks ain't gonna loan us no money. Yeah, there is a such thing as redlining and red tape, and there is a such thing as looking to our oppressors to fund our liberation. That ain't never gonna happen. So we stop complaining about that. But when you're looking at that fundamentally, you have to ask yourself, why don't I have money in and of myself? I've been working for 20 years. If you made $10 an hour, you've been working for 20 years, you've had about $700,000 run through your hands. Why don't you have the money that you need to start your own business? Because you were afraid to invest. Stop making excuses, man. Stop making excuses, right? So if you were investing when you first started those 20 years, I was able to, because of a small investment into my 401k, I was able to pull some money out and start my Solid Foundation Athletic Training Academy business. If I had not had that money in a 401k, I wouldn't have been able to do that. Because I didn't have the money just sitting around. I wasn't saving and I wasn't learned about wealth building principles and strategies the way I am now. But I had some money in a 401k. And I said, wait a minute. There's money that is free for me to access to start a business. So you should be investing to think about how you can start a business, right? That's one of the reasons that you should be investing, because you're generating capital that can be used for anything. But one of those things that you could be using that capital for is to start a business. And guess what my biggest investment is? See, I don't invest in stocks. I have a small mutual fund that I invest in. But my primary investment is my business. My primary investment is my business. I invest all my money, all my energy, and all my time into my business. And here's why. See, my mentor is worth about 600 million, right? When you're being mentored by somebody who's worth about 600 million and his partner is worth about 200 million. So collectively, I'm mentored by some people that probably got a collective net worth of about $1 billion, right? So when he says to me that, hey, building an asset is more lucrative than buying an asset, meaning take your resources and use that to build an asset. Don't necessarily take those resources to buy assets first. He said, build an asset first, and then you take the money from that asset and then buy assets. So he gave me the example, and this will forever stick with me. He said, Bob Johnson, former founder of BET, started BET with $15,000. In less than 30 years, he was able to sell BET for $1.1 billion. I'm going to run that back. He gave me the example of Bob Johnson, founder of BET, started BET with $15,000. In less than 30 years, he was able to turn that business over and sell it for over $1 billion. I can't even calculate the type of return that is on $15,000. Robert is my numbers guy. Robert, what percentage of a return is that on to turn $15,000 into $1 billion? What kind of return is that on investment? Bananas is what it is. That's what kind of return it is. Bananas. Then, when he sold BET and got that $1 billion, he literally turned that $1 billion into 100 Marriotts. He took some of that $1 billion and bought 100 Marriott hotels. You guys starting to get the picture of why you should be investing? And this is why I put all of my money into my business. I can take $35 and invest it into an individual who's hungry to change their situation, and that $35 can turn around and pay me $35 forever in my business. Can build an asset. So I'm building an asset. That's why you don't see me talk a lot about individual stocks and things of that nature, because I'm building my asset, and my asset will eventually kick off $7,000, $8,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month, and then I can take $5,000 a month and then go buy me some assets. You guys understand? There's nothing wrong with buying assets, but keep in mind that sometimes you can build an asset to where it can kick off enough income for you to later buy assets. And that's my goal. That's what I'm doing with my business. My business now, between the 4 enterprises that I run and I have, I don't know, they may be worth a couple $100,000 right now. I still have a negative net worth because of my house, my mortgage, and student loan debt for my children. But my net worth is growing every day. Yeah, did y'all hear me? Y'all hear what I said? My net worth is growing every day. So 15,000 into $1 billion is 666,666 times and 2/3. Right? So you're talking about a 66,000% return on investment in 30 years. Less than 30 years. I think it was actually 25 years or something like that. Right? So you can build assets. Oh no, he said it's is that 6,666,000% return? What kind of asset can you buy, paper asset and investment, that you're going to get that type of return on? Nothing. So building a business, right, is one of the best things that you can do. So raise capital, build a business. We got to fly, man. I didn't realize we 10 minutes in. So number 6, if you're investing with your company in a 401k, get free money. Number 6 reason you should be investing and get free money. Who doesn't like free money? If you're investing in a company 401k that has a matching program, that's free money. That's free money. And sometimes black people don't even understand free. That is free money. Guys, share the stream if you're new. You just popped on. Go ahead and hit the share button for me. That is free money, man. That we leave on the table because we say we can't afford to invest. We say we're scared to invest. Your company gives you a 4% match on your salary. If you invest that, you should be investing at least that 4% with your company to get a free 4%. I don't care what you got to do, how you got to adjust your lifestyle. You should be trying to go after that whole 4%. Go get the whole 4%. If they match 4%, don't put 2% of your salary in the investment. Put the whole 4% so they can give you 4%. Get the whole 4%. That means you have to cut cable out, then cut cable out. That means you have to go from smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day to smoking 1 pack of cigarettes. Do what you got to do to get all of that free money that you can possibly get. Right? Number 5. You get to build wealth on pre-tax dollars. Pre-tax dollars. So when your money is going into a 401k, that is pre-taxed. So in other words, that gross that you get, and then the net that you get, the money that goes into your 401k comes out of the gross before the taxes come out, and then you deal with your net. Then you deal with your net. Right? And Robert says $10 to 600 million is a 6 million% return. That's what Ivy's done. I'm helping people get on that road right now. You can join the Black Wealth Movement right now for $10, and we can help you turn that thing to gazillions if you want to. Right? So you build wealth with pre-tax dollars. So that money comes right out of your gross. And then you have your net. Your net is post-tax. Your net is after taxes. Then you can take some of that after-tax money, and then you can take that and put it into a separate IRA or a separate investment or invest into your business. But you get to build wealth with the money that's your pre-tax dollars, that gross. Powerful, powerful way to build wealth with the pre-tax dollars. Then take some of the post-tax dollars and invest those too. Number 4, how else are you going to reach your financial goals? You can reach your financial goals through investing. How else will you reach your financial goals? Maybe you want to buy a car cash. And just saving just ain't going to get it. So maybe you need to save for a couple years into an investment account that's paying a 12% rate of return. Save into some sort of investment account that's paying an 8% rate of return. So you build up the revenue that you buy a car cash. Right? I'm looking to pay my van off this year, and then I'm going to take the car payment and continue to invest that car payment for another year. So then when I trade it in, put the cash that I've been investing for the year with it and go buy me a new van cash. Right? I got 5 kids. I need a van, right? I got 5 kids that I need a van, right? Right? And I'm a youth basketball coach, so I'm usually got other people's kids in my car too, right? So you have to think about that, right? How are you going to reach your financial goals without investing? It's number 4. Number 3, earn higher returns than your traditional savings account. If you guys haven't shared the stream already, please share the stream. Earn higher returns. You guys understand that? Flip the same money. The same money. You guys understand that if you have your money just sitting in a savings account, right? You have your money sitting in a savings account that you opened up because they gave you a toaster and less than 1% on your money. I was just reading an article as I was researching for today's show, and it was talking about a lot of high income earning women have thousands of dollars parked in just a savings account because they say they're scared to invest. I'm going to tell you something about a 1% rate of return on your savings account. First of all, Uncle Sam wants a piece of that 1%. Second of all, if you're getting 1% rate of return on your money, the rule of 72 says my money has to be sitting in that account for 72 years for it to double. And even in 72 years, it's still going to be worth less. Why? Because inflation says that the cost of living doubles every 18 to 24 years. So your money doubled one time, the cost of living doubled 3 times. You're getting a 1% rate of return on your money. It takes 72 years for that money to double. Say it's 10,000, so it takes 72 years for it to double to 20,000. In 72 years, the cost of living has doubled at least 3 times. So in 72 years, that $20,000 is worth more like 5. But you gotta understand, man, this ain't no game. If you're afraid to invest and you have legitimate fears, how do you overcome those fears? You learn. If you are afraid to invest and it's a legitimate fear and you're not making an excuse, how do you get over any fear? You learn. Start learning how to invest. My guy Evan Jefferson, before I come on at 7, he's on at 6 every morning. Go over to Evan Jefferson and send my friend request. Go to ergj.net. Like the page. Go to NBWSTV and like the page. Every morning he's up giving you the stock tips and teaching you about the stock market every morning. If you don't, you have a legitimate fear of investing, the only way to overcome fear is to learn, start learning, right? So you earn higher returns when you invest. Number 2, obviously you save for your retirement, man. The people who are calling my wife's job are literally trying to find ways to get rid of money in their old age. When you're not careful, most of us are trying to find people to live with in our old age because we can't afford to live on our own because we didn't do the right thing with our money. These people are literally liquidating their assets in old age and spreading them out amongst their children and their grandchildren so that Uncle Sam can't get his hands on it. We retiring and we're going to work at Walmart, McDonald's, places like that, trying to still find work. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? When at just $10 an hour, if you work for 30 years, you got $1 million passed through your hand and you don't got none of that? You don't have any of that? Or any assets to show that you bought any assets with that? It's going to pay you out any money later in life? Right? And then number 1 reason to invest is to grow your money, man. Grow your money. Grow your money. It's the number 1 reason you need to overcome your fear of investing so you can grow your money, man. That's it, Robert. Stewardship, man. Stewardship. And I'll be honest, man, I blew through some money, man. I blew through some money. I probably had $1 million pass through my hands before I was 18 years old. I blew through some money. Didn't understand. Didn't have anybody to teach me the language of this country, which is capitalism. So you guys think that the real language of America is English. No, that's not. The language of America is not English. The language of America is capitalism. That's why there's 2 sets of tax codes. There's a set of tax codes for employees, and then there's a set of tax code for landowners, investors, and business owners. Who do you think get the most benefits? You get 15 write-offs as an employee. You get over 500 as a landowner, business owner, or investor. Y'all better stop playing, man, and get to understand that this money thing is real. If you don't know money, you will have no money. Niambi, we still holding the spot for you in the Black Wealth Movement, sis. If you don't know money, you will have no money. It's that simple, y'all. You want to know why other cultures can come set up shop in our communities? And you say, why they got to set up their store in our community? Why they can't set up their store in other communities? You know why they can't set up their store in other communities? Because other communities speak the language of America very well, which is capitalism. So if I speak capitalism and I see another culture trying to come in and capitalize off my territory, I'm not going to let that happen. Before I let you come in and buy a store and put your store here, I will buy that building and let it sit vacant for 50 years before I let you come in and put a store here. Because you're going to take out of my community and go build your community. But in the black community, we don't speak capitalism so well. You know what we speak very, 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 very fluently? Consumerism. And because we speak consumerism so well, it is extremely easy for other cultures to come put their shops right in our community. They speak capitalism, we speak consumerism. It's a perfect match. It's a perfect match. There's an opportunity right there. T's Wings, looking for investors and partners. So what do we say about number 10? You should be investing so you have money to fund new ventures. T's Wings is a new venture. How would you like to be right there with T's Wings now, and then in 15 years, T's Wings got 1,000 stores across the country, and you own a piece of T's Wings because you partnered with him when he needed your partnership? Right? T, you be cool with that? Right? If somebody dropped 20, 50 grand on you and that helped you solidify your deal and you were able to franchise to 1,000 stores in 15 years, you be cool with letting somebody have a piece of ownership in that, wouldn't you? This is what we're talking about, y'all. Gotta understand capitalism. Gotta understand capitalism, man. And that's what we're building the Black Wealth Movement for, T, is so that we can get people in that position to where when an opportunity like this comes, Sandra said you're a good brother, opportunity like this comes, we can put our heads together and say, hey, between the 10 of us, we all got 10 grand apiece. Let's form an LLC, and then the LLC invests in T's Wings, and the LLC owns a small portion of T's Wings. But we ain't the type that says, okay, after T's Wings grows to 1,000 stores and does what he needs, and we get a return on our investment. Hey, T, why don't you just give us back the original 100 grand and you own 100% of your thing? We just wanted to invest in you to help you get it going, help you get it off the ground. But now that it's off the ground, we want you to own 100% control of your thing. Yeah, turnkey businesses. Another reason that we build a Black Wealth Movement the way that we do is we have to condition the mental state of our people first. Then we condition the financial state of our people. And once you are mentally conditioned and your finances are stable, then you can start taking the next step to help them to grow and build business infrastructures in our community. Right? Y'all see what Ice Cube is doing with the 3-on-3 league, right? And that's something that I've been wanting to do for years. So here's what I'm going to do to add to what Ice Cube is doing. I'm going to build small 3,000 and 4,000 seat arenas all around the country. And then around those arenas, I'm going to build the shops and apartments and hotels that accompany those. And then I'm going to be able to contract with somebody like Cube in this 3-on-3 arena and say, hey, man, let one of your teams, this be their home arena. And just like the Donald Sterlings of the world and all these guys who own these arenas and these teams and these concerts and stuff travel from state to state, city to city, and they're doing these performances and things like that. What do you think happens when, see in St. Louis, we have something called Ballpark Village, right? I don't know how many seats in Busch Stadium, 60,000 or something like that, 60,000. So 60,000 people pour out of Busch Stadium, and then right there around Busch Stadium is Ballpark Village. Ballpark Village is a single place with 17 bars and restaurants and shops in it. They pour right out of the Ballpark Village, and they already dropped $1 million on tickets and concessions in the ballpark. Then they fall out of Ballpark Village and drop another $1 million in Ballpark Village. What if we start owning stuff like that? What if we start owning stuff like that? Small entertainment venues with everything around. Number 6, get free money from your employer. Employer match. If you're doing the 401k thing, free money from employer. What if we own a small 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 seat arena? Attached to the arena is, maybe a 5, 6 story hotel. And then around the arena for 2 or 3 blocks is nothing but Black owned shops, downstairs, living quarters, upstairs, lofts, and things of that nature. And we bring a Kevin Hart to town. He sell out the 5,000 seats. Then the people spill out of the arena, and there's nowhere for them to go but the black restaurants, the black shops, the black gas stations, everything. They have no place to go but to spill out and just. They just have. I mean, what are they gonna not continue to kick it, right? You got 6, 7 clubs with after parties going on after that event. Then you create what's called black business districts. Why do we have a trouble spending with black businesses? Because it's not convenient to do so. It's not as convenient to do so. You know why? Because our self-hate is so real that I wouldn't dare put my business next to another black business. And we haven't even learned from the things that we see. I got a black Wingstop. You got a black Wingstop. We don't put you put yours here, I put mine way across town. We don't learn from what we see. Everywhere you see a McDonald's, what else do you see? A Burger King, a Wendy's. They all burger joints. You know what they know? Is that if McDonald's is here, that means people like burgers here. So I'm going to put my burger shop here too. Burger King says if Wendy's is there, McDonald's is there, that means people like burgers there. I'm going to put my burgers there too. But we got this competition thing that is everywhere you see a Lee's Chicken. What do you see? Up the street. Popeyes, Kentucky Fried, Church's. Because if people like Lee's Chicken here, they probably like Church's Chicken here too. So I'm going to put my Church's Chicken across the street from the Lee's. Now we're both in a place and we're all bringing in all the chicken lovers to one spot. And they split up. You take half of them, I take half of them. We don't understand how to aggregate resources. Yeah, post-traumatic slave disorder. Dr. George DeGruy, it's real, right? So that's it, guys. We're past our time. I appreciate you guys for giving me the extra minute to continue to vent. But yeah, it's going down, y'all. It's going down. If you already got money and you're looking to do something special and start investing in our and building investments and building our community at the same time, check out the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. Brother Jay Morrison, at 26, 27 years old, brother had a $8, $9, $10 million real estate portfolio. So now he's doing some development deals that will help to gentrify our own communities, and you have the opportunity to be part owner in that. So look up Tulsa Real Estate Fund, right? And then if you want to go participate in the ball that they're having to launch this, it's August 17th. Go to blackwallstreetball.com to look at the different ticket packages and how we can how you can be at that event live. And check out what they're doing there. And then if you don't have yourself in position to make those types of investments, that's what the Black Wealth Movement is about. We want to help you minimize your taxes, eliminate your debt, fix your credit, start investing, and we put that into a home-based business so you can write off your lifestyle, and you can start with just $10, then it's $35 per month to learn all of these wealth-building principles and strategies under one umbrella. And then once you get your money right, we turn you on to other investments such as the Tulsa Real Estate Fund and others so that you can start growing your wealth. With that, I'm H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community. Oh, don't forget, click on the link in the description if you want to come to a free webinar that will teach you how to build your brand, teach you how to build your business, how I use 3 free tools to grow my brand to over 30,000 likes on Facebook, over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I literally have hundreds of leads coming in every day. If you're trying to generate leads, traffic, and sales in your business, then I want you to attend this free webinar this Friday. So click on the link or go to freewebinar.financialhealthmentor.com. Until I talk to you guys tomorrow, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. Peace out, y'all.